Thank you for joining us at today's council meeting. So today we're opening some double masters. I bought this box from our sponsor over at Geekified, and I am excited to see what I get in it. This is the fanciest box that I've ever opened, so we'll see what's in here. Okay. That kind of jumbled up. I've been opening a few of these packs. Ooh, we'll save this one for the end. And I've been pretty happy with it. Well, pretty happy is a relative term. Meaning, some packs are really great, other packs, you don't get a lot in there. So it can be real hit or miss. It depends on what you're pulling. And I think as far as box EV goes, it really comes down to your box toppers and what those are, and that makes a difference on how well you do. But for this box, we're going to do something a little bit different. We'll still have the prices for the hits and stuff, but this box has a different purpose. So one of the things that I do is I build janky decks using different types of restrictions. And recently I did an article about about using set-specific restrictions for a deck. And so for that one, I built an Ikoria deck using only cards from Ikoria. And I mentioned that in the future I was going to do a deck tech using just the cards from the box. So later on you'll see a deck tech, Jankmander with Sona, using only these cards to build the deck, aside from basic lands. So let's go ahead and start opening and see what we get. I'll probably go through the commons and uncommons fairly quickly, because there's definitely not anything in the commons. Though Expedition map is pretty good. I'll put commons up here and good stuff there. Okay, uncommons. Ooh, Assault Monolith is good. First rare, Mesmeric Orb, and Greater Good. With a foil Urza's Mind and foil Mishra's Bauble. So, not too terrible to start out with. I like to spend a decent amount of time building decks. It's one of the fun things I like to do. A power plant. Throne of Geth is a decent hit. It's not worth a lot, but it's really useful. Lightning Greaves, then Vexing Shusher, Swiftblade Vindicator, Crib Swap, and our first foil rare, a Salvage Titan. So I'll put a foil rare over there. So in order for this to work, though, I'm going to need to pull a legendary creature. I don't think I've done that yet. Ooh, Pongify is a good one. So Wound Reflection, Blade Splicer, Alabaster Mage, and Trash for Treasure. So I'm really hoping that I get a legendary creature, otherwise I'm not going to be able to build the deck. If that happens, then what we'll do is we'll have my patrons, the patrons of the channel, sorry, we'll have them select a random commander. We'll give them a list of a couple, and then I have to build around that using the rest of the cards from this box. So Death Shadow, Conjurer's Closet, a Quarter Monitor, and Sphinx of the Guild Pact foil. So it'll be interesting, and I do have a decent amount of packs left, so I'm not worried yet. This is actually a pretty decent card in Limited. Ooh, Fatal Push is good. Phyrexian Revoker, Falconwrath Aristocrat, Cast Down, and an Expedition map foil. So with that, I'll keep it to singleton. All cards will be within the commander's color identity. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I do have a legendary creature. But the legendary creatures kind of off in their own little pile here. So I got a Vishkal Blood Arbiter with a Rolling Lava Quake, and Valorant Arms, and Selesnya Guildmage foils. Okay, so we at least got something. I've seen some pretty decent white and black cards, so I don't think it'll be an issue. Everflowing Chalice, great card. Really glad it got a reprint. Ooh, Gelatinous Genesis, good if you're doing oozes. Mishra's Factory. Oh my goodness. So I will put the Chrome double mythic pack with another legendary. So we got a Chrome Mox here, and we got a Geist of Saint Traft with a Rapacious Dragon and a foil versus Power Plant. I'd say this box is doing pretty well. I think it's going to be a really fun deck. I'm hoping I do get a few more options. If we have enough options, what we'll do is I'll have the patrons vote on it and tell me who to build around. So Adaptive Automation, Ion Storm, Icor Wellspring, and Chief of the Foundry. So the nice thing about this set is there is plenty of artifacts, so if I end up with a monocolored commander, there's still enough artifacts to be able to pull out a deck. Okay, Darksteel Citadel, Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, Thirst for Knowledge. First rare is Well of Ideas, Baleful Strix, Karthik Reunion, and Joyrus Familiar, which is actually a really good card because historic spells cost one less, and that includes legendaries, which commanders are legendary. Okay, next pack. Got a Power Plant. Ooh, Oubliette. Love that card. Lightning Grease. And a Brea, Ethereum Shaper. Ooh. And a Tuk Tuk, the Explorer. So two more legendaries. Skinwing, foil, and a foil Council's Judgment. That's right. The Council is judging. Just teasing. We love all of our supporters. Thank you for watching. Besides, with all the shenanigans we get up to, who are we to judge anyone? Okay. I'll kind of go through these fast. That actually would be decent. Ooh, Time Sieve, a Brutaclad, Salivating Gremlins, and Surge Node. So we're doing pretty decent on the legendaries. I wasn't too worried because they did have a lot of legendaries in the set. Just depends what one gets picked by the patrons. If you want to help pick, check out... Ooh! Ensnaring Bridge, Mythic. Really, really good Mythic. Mirror Battle Sphere, Fairy Mechanist, and a Slumgar Scavenger. As I was saying, if you want to help decide who I build around, you can click our Patreon link below and join us. Even $1 will get you a vote. And it gets you early access to all of our videos. Darksteel Axe, really decent. Like Chatter of the Squirrel, it's not worth a lot, but fun. Okay, a Bobble. Yavimaya Brace, okay, good to steal with. A Kragenwit Cremator. A Kemba, Ka Regent. There is a fair amount of equipment, so even if Kemba was picked, I would still be really happy. So we've got Fairy Mechanist foil and Twisted Abomination foil with a copy token. So some of these tokens are turning out to be pretty sought after. Wish it was in foil. That would be a really decent one. Another axe. Ooh, Metamorphose. Skull Muncher, Sphere Sphinx, and our first filter land. I can't believe we've been this far without a filter land. So this is Graven Carns. And a Bosch, Iron Golem, with Angel of the Dawn and Fierce Empath as our foils. As I was saying, if you join us as a patron, our patrons get early access to all of our videos, and they're able to vote on things for the channel. Hopefully, as we grow, we'll be able to add more rewards for our Blood Moon. Really, really good hit. So we've got an Oblivion Stone, a Kozilek's Predator, and a Master Splicer. Wow. This is turning out to be a pretty good box. I mean, I've had a crummy day with stuff. The -80 freezer at work completely broke on us, and we had to move probably a good 40 years combined research and find other freezer space to save it. It was a rough day at work. Ooh, that's a good one. Brainstorm's pretty good. So I definitely needed the good hits here. It's making me so much happier. So Liege of the Tangle, Maelstrom Pulse with a Volshock Gauntlets, and Topple the Statue foils. I think I had a foil rare here that I didn't put with my other rares. Yeah. Okay. Continuing with the opening. I think this is going to be a fun deck, actually. Ooh, Frogify. It's always fun to do to somebody's commander. Treasure Mage. Then a Thoughtseize, because why not? And a Kuldotha Forge Master with foil Crop Rotation and foil Flicker Wisp. So we've got 7 packs left plus the topper. So we're almost through the box. Pretty happy with the pulls so far. A Frogify. Ooh, Welding Jar. Dismantle. Ooh, Path to Exile. And our second filter. Of course, Archangel of Thrune Mythic. Magnifying Glass. And a Pyrite Spell Bomb. So, man. I'm not sure on the value of this. The editor is going to keep track for us. Thank you, editor. And let us know how well we did. Another tower. But, please, patrons, please. Kalia the Vast and a Phyrexian Metamorph, followed by Salivating Gremlins. This is me, the Salivating Gremlin, and Executioner's Capsule. This is a great box. I am having a wonderful time. I hope everybody else is as well. So Buried Ruin, pretty decent. Mearsmith, kind of like it. Savageborn, Hydra, Blinkmoth Nexus, foil Ever-Flowing Chalice, and foil Darksteel Citadel. 4 packs left. There are a few more spicy things that we haven't pulled yet. So we'll see if we can get them. Okay. Sphinx, Hex Mage, Fulminator Mage, Tempered Steel. Ooh, can you see that? It looks like there's some sort of run down the middle of the card. Weird. It's hard to see on camera, but then Skinbrand Goblin and a Golem Skin Gauntlets. Pretty decent card, especially if I'm building around equipment. Haven't pulled a sword yet. Haven't pulled a Jace or Force of Will or anything like that that would be, you know, extremely super duper spicy. That would make me happy. But I think overall, I'm pretty happy. So, oop. Ravenous Trap and our boy Karn. What's up, Karn? Videlkin Infuser and a Defiant Salvager. 2 packs. What's in the last 2 packs? But we have our foil, or not our foil, but just our box toppers. And for this, because it came in the sealed box, this will be included in the deck. Ooh, Real Smith is good for all these artifacts. Oops. Does not want to stay put. Then a Rugged Prairie, Heartbeat of Spring, Crib Swap, and Whisperer of the Wilds foil. Last pack. Come on, last pack magic. Still, I think I am going to be able to accomplish my goal with making a pretty decent deck out of this. So, Springleaf Drum. So we got a High Market and a Walking Ballista. So, Arvagian Restoration and Bloodbriar. Okay. Let me just fix these piles right quick. So only 2 foil rares. Did get some decent hits here though. So let's see, I think that's a decent one. Not sure on some of the prices for these. I know that's a fun one. That's decent and that's decent. I think that one's pretty good. So we got a decent amount of rares here. Only 3 filter lands though, but that's okay. We did get a nice stack of commons and uncommons. And then as far as spicy foils, I'd say that's a pretty good one, that one. Crop Rotation. I think that one's cool, even though it's probably not worth much. Same with that. Got an Urzaland, Expedition Map, another mine, and a bauble with our 2 rares, so we'll just go through those really quickly. Didn't really see any misprints or anything like that, so oh well. But we did get some solid mythics, a Karn, a Bridge, a Chrome Mox, and then we've got Akalia the Vast, Archangel of Thune, a Brea, and a Geist. So 7 mythic box just from the packs. We've got the Geist, Brea, Kalia. Oh, that's a regular mythic. We got Bosch, Kemba, Brutaclad, Tuk-Tuk, and Vishkal. So pretty decent hits. I'm just going to show Mox and Karn again. Okay, the moment everyone has been waiting for. What is in here? Let's see if I can actually get it open. Ooh. So, Expedition Map, I got that in my VIP pack. And then there's just Power Plant, so no legendaries or super spicy box toppers. I think we did okay. Price-wise, I don't know that we got the entirety of the money back. The editor will have the total probably up here, and they've been keeping a running total. But what we're going to do is, for our patrons, there will be the chance to tell me who we are going to build around. Yeah, weird. A lot of them have this mark here. I don't know what that is. Tuk Tuk's got it too. It's hard to see. Weird. So we'll have the patrons do a poll to figure out who I'm going to build around. You know, just to jankify this a little bit more, make it a little bit more interesting. Because, I mean, I did pull a Kalea and a Brea, so... yeah, I got some pretty good legendaries in this creature. Really good cards all around. Stuff like Karn that can go into any deck, essentially. A lot of good artifacts. Well, thank you all for joining us at today's council meeting. If you're on the lookout for Magic cards and you're not sure where to go, please check out our sponsor, geekified.us. We have an affiliate link in the description below, as well as we have a channel for them in our Discord server. Andrew's great shipping, great products, great prices. With the affiliate link, if you use the discount code Lotus Council, all capital letters, you get 10% off your order. So that's a pretty good deal, I'd say. Well, thank you all for joining us today at the council meeting. Hopefully you've had a good time and you've enjoyed it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let us know in the comments below. If you want to know when we're meeting next, go ahead and hit that bell notification and subscribe to the channel, and you can join us in our Discord. So thank you all for coming today, and the meeting is now adjourned.